right, welcome back to another episode of Active Every Day. Today we're going to focus on some progressions for our lower body strength program, as well as some progressions for our plank positions, which are ultimately going to become pressing and push-up positions. All right, so we'll do a little bit of prep for our spine like normal. We'll do a little bit of prep for our wrists because we're going to be on our hands, and for the hips and ankles. So let's actually start from the ground up today. We're in a seated position right now. We'll take care of our ankles first. So we'll do our ankle circles. Just go ahead and support the leg and take the ankle for 5 rotations each direction. There's 3, there's 4, and there's 5. Go ahead and change direction. As always, as big as you can move, not really fast. Trend on the slow side so you can really explore. If you just make it quick, we're not going to get the result we need. What's the result we need? We need to feel a little fatigue, a little heat down there. You got to go slow so the tension in the muscle remains constant for moments at a time, and that's really going to help create that feeling. We need to go slow so we can really find the end range of motion. All right, 5 each direction. I just changed. Here's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Excellent. Seated, we'll do something new for the hips here. So we're gonna first squeeze inward and then we're gonna squeeze outward. So if you have a towel or a pillow or a foam roller, you could even use your hands. You can just put your hands between your knees so you have something to press against. All right, I'm gonna use a foam roller for the first set. We're just gonna get our feet under our knees, squeeze against the foam roller for a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax for a moment, and then we're gonna pull our knees outward against our hands. Go ahead and press outward for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then let's go ahead and just do 5 knee raises. There's 1, 2, 3, feel that hip flexor. 4 and 5, and 5 on the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're just gonna do it all one more time. I'll use my hands this time instead of the foam roller. Again, you could use anything, pillow, squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeezed in, now we're squeezing out against the hands. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we'll do one more for the hips this time. This time we're gonna raise and hold and then do some knee extensions. And we've seen something similar to this before, kind of stepping and reaching over a bench. Okay, there's 2, 3, 4, keep that knee up, and 5. We'll feel this structure here, top of the leg and then the hip flexor. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. We started our warm-up sitting down. Who would have thought? We'll do our neck. We can do our top down now for the spine. So let's do 5 each direction. There's 2, 3. Here's 4 and 5. Change direction. 1, 2, 3. Here's 4. Here is 5. Let's do our trunk. Hands across the shoulders. Lean forward, side, back. 1, 2. Just like we do when we stand. Today seated. 3, 4. Here's number 5. Good. Change direction. You can do whatever you'd like with your arms. If your arms are running into your knees, you can raise your elbows. 3. Put your hands behind your head. Good. 4. You know, we're in a different position. We're seated, so there'll be some differences that we have to navigate. 5. Okay, I guess you can have your arms down to the sides as well. It doesn't really matter. You just want to have big movements here in our trunk. Okay, for our pelvis, okay, we're normally do a twisting pattern and a tilting pattern. We can be seated, and we can still do our tilting pattern. Tilt out, tilt under, tilt out, tilt under. Again, these are positions that, or movement patterns that they help us become more mobile. They help our joints and the cartilage within the joints become more supple and hydrated. And they help us refine how well we can control our body in different positions. Excellent. For the twist, we're gonna stand. Now just remember, we've talked about options where we could have our hands here and twist, or we could hold an object. Let's hold the object today. Whenever we hold something that's stable, so it has to be either touching the ground or a heavy object like a dresser, a countertop, a rail, sometimes you can hold a squat rack. If you hold something with a small amount of stability, it can help enhance how well you move. So foam roller, it's not that heavy of an object, but I can press it into the ground. It's firm enough. Let's twist. So if you have something to hold, go ahead and hold it. We'll do 10 of these. We'll count that as 3 and 3, 4 and 4, 5 and 5, 6 and 6. Again, a warm-up is supposed to be pretty easy stuff. It's a beginner level program or an easy program, low intensity, high skill development, or movement development, body awareness development. All the challenges are gonna remain relatively low in intensity as we go through. So as things start to feel a little harder for you as you're getting in more and more shape, just know that for this program, things won't keep getting harder. We're gonna repeat a lot of the same things so we can be masters of the basics. Let's go ahead and do a set of squats. You can sit all the way down, or you can touch and go. If you've been with me in these workouts, you know what I mean. Let's do a set of 10. Then we'll look at the wrists and some of the upper body positions. About 5 to go. Good. And 4. And 3. And 2. Let's get one more. I don't know, that might have been 10. Okay, for the wrists. Just like everything that we do at the start, we want to just move it, and we want to move it with some type of rotation to expose all directions it was designed. So I got my hands together, my fingers are loosely laced, and I'm just gonna kind of move my wrists around. Excuse me, I'm gonna walk out of frame for a second. Just want to check something. Okay, coming back to you. So we're just kind of playing around with this feeling of a wrist roll. Look, then we'll just do one at a time. Independent, we'll just do like 5 one direction, 5 the other. And we'll do a light stretch on our wrist next. Okay, we go palms together. Look, I press my palms downward, which bends my fingers backwards a bit toward my forearm, puts a little stretch on my hands. You might be able to slide sideways or sideways, that may enhance the stretch. Or you could just press against the fingers to tilt one way and press the other. Play around with a little bit of all of these ideas as we get our wrists warmed up. And then we're gonna do our first set of a hand plank. We're gonna do it, we'll call it an incline hand plank because our hands are up on an object instead of on the floor. We're just gonna put our hands down on the object. It could be a couch, a chair, it could be a countertop, it could be higher or lower. You pick a height that works well for you. Hands are on top, and then we just step back, get our body in a nice straight line. You can look down at your body, get up on your toes, look just ahead of your body, straight line. Let's hold for 10. Just take long, deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. So our newer exercise for the lower body today is going to be a step-up variation. So if you don't have a sturdy surface like a bench or little steps, you're not at a gym, this is ideal setup would be using your staircase at home. And at the end of this, I'll take a walk into our staircase and use the stairs there for a moment. But we just want to have an object we can step up onto. And then if you're going to use an object like this, maybe your balance isn't as great, you feel safe holding on to something, let's give yourself something to hold on to. Again, I could also set myself up close enough to the rack where I can hold the rack when I step up. And if you're at your staircase, you got your handrail, which is why it's really nice. So we're gonna hold on to something, and then we're gonna put a foot up, and it does not matter if it's opposite or together for now. You may find one is easier than the other. I just want you to have something to hold on to should you need it. And so we're gonna stand straight up on the object, and then we're gonna go ahead and step down back to the floor. And we're gonna think about this in 2 paces. Stepping up, a regular pace. Stepping down, a slow pace. A regular pace up, so it'll be faster than down, and then a slow pace down. We're just gonna do 5 reps. Your down pace, we could say, is as slow as you can possibly go. The slower, the more control, the more emphasis on the muscles, having to hold a contraction, the more stable you'll remain, the more strength you'll gain early on in the workout, in the program, in the workout. We can get a little bit more out of the eccentric phase of the rep. Okay, helps us with balance. So many good aspects to the idea. Let's do it again. We step up, and then we step down slow. So if you're using your stairs at home, start with 1 step height, and if it's easy, feel free to progress to 2. We may start to reach our limit above 2 steps, at 3 steps or 4 steps even, because you have to step backwards even further, depending on how high up the steps you go, where if you have an object like this, you could have different heights, but your step back could remain just an inch or 2. So I know we're capped at a staircase eventually. Okay, we got 1 more rep, I think. Remember, regular tempo up, nice and slow, going down. Fantastic. Let's do our second set of planks. I'll give you a side view just as a reminder of what our technique can look like. So we load down onto our hands, get our body in a nice straight line. I like to suck my belly button in a little bit and then try to take long, deep breaths. We're gonna hold this one for 20 seconds if we can. Straight body, 15 seconds to go. Look a little bit ahead. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Excellent. Bring my bench. Actually, I'll leave the bench sideways, and you can kind of see what I look like from the side. Okay. Again, I'm going to put my object up here to hold on to. If I'm on the stairs, I'll hold the rail if I need it. And you should use it if you have any challenge with control on the way down. Because if we can make it easy to control slow, even if I'm holding on to something, I'm going to get a lot more development out of my leg than if I start to come slow and come crashing down. Okay, so we add something to hold on to really master control for down. That's 3, we're doing 5, 2 more. Excellent, and last rep. Nice and slow, sit it down. Let's switch legs. Stand it up, come on down slow. Stand it up, come on down slow. Again, it doesn't matter what side you're holding on from, okay? Some people may find it easier, some people may find it harder. There is some technical differences if it's on your right or your left, given the leg working, but not important for us right now. We just need something to hold on to help. Make sure we go down slow. I've lost count. I'm doing 1 more just to make sure. Down slow. Excellent. That's 2 sets. Let's go ahead and do 1 more set on the plank, have a quick discussion, and we'll wrap it up. For your next plank, our small progression here is going to be lowering a little bit into our elbow joints. So we can have a high plank and a low plank. Your low may develop over time in case, in fact, we're gonna encourage your low to develop over time. So if you can't get quite as low today as we revisit this exercise, we'll have more discussion about it. So we get into our regular plank position, and then we're gonna go ahead and try to bend our elbows until we've lowered about halfway, and then hold. Breathe, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. When we're done, we wanna press up to a regular plank, 2, 1. If you can, press out and finish. Fantastic. So we've got some step up ideas where we're emphasizing control on the way down. And we've got plank positions to develop strength in our upper body and our core. And we're starting to trend on bending the elbows so we can get even stronger at pressing. Okay, y'all, hope you found some of these to be helpful and enjoyable, some new things to try. Let's take a quick walk to the stairs. I'll show you a quick demo on the stairs, and then that'll be the end of the workout. All right, y'all, let's take a little tour here. Just gotta bring it out of the gym space, and we'll bring it into the fire escape. I'm not home today, so we are using fire escape stairs. All right, so set ourselves up like so, just as we discussed inside. Look, we go handle, stairs, up, down, slow and controlled. Up, down, slow and controlled. Just the same as if we were inside in a gym, or if you have any type of a box that you can step up off of, it works just as well. All right, y'all. Hope you found that helpful. See you next time.